All right, the last lesson was 10-1, and it had a lot of things in it, nothing that was super difficult, but I thought we should take an extra day to practice. This lesson is due on Friday. If you're feeling a little behind, though, take your time with it and just make sure you just get it in by first thing on Monday. Okay, we are, in the beginning, using the fact that there's 360 degrees in a circle, as well as the fact that the central angles equal the measures of the arcs they intercept. So the first one we're looking at is QR, and it's this little piece here, which happens to equal this piece. And both of those would equal their central angles of 40 degrees. Now number 2 is a little trickier. It's PQ. Well, you can see their central angles here are equal, therefore these are equal. Well, we now know this one is 40, and we now know this one is 90. So if you weren't able to get this one, go ahead and take the whole 360 in a circle and subtract those 4 out. Now, of course, you'll divide by 2. So you would get a 60, and then divided by 2, and you now have 30 for each of these. So now STU is from here to here, okay, 120. And then PSU, you can do 30 plus 40 plus 40 plus 90 plus 30. Or what I did is did 360 subtract the 130 and got 230. Now, arc measure is not the same thing as arc length. Arc length deals with the circumference. These do say to leave your answers in terms of pi. It is a 50-degree section of the full 360 circle. Circumference is 2 pi r, and the radius is 5. So what I did is I went ahead and made this 50 over 360, and I did 10 pi, because then it made it pretty easy to divide 10, and then I had 50 over 36, 25 goes in, 2 goes into both of those, giving me 25/18, but don't lose the pi. Okay, AB is an 80-degree piece of the whole 360 circle. 2 pi, and the radius is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. And then I went 6 into 360, goes 60 times. 80 over 60, I knocked off the zeros. 8 over 6 reduces to 4/3 pi. More than likely on a test or a quiz, I'll let you go ahead and round those to the nearest tenth, since it'll be easier to enter into the forms. All right, now we're looking for the area of the shaded sector. Again, it's a piece of the whole circle. Number 7 is a 38-degree out of 360 piece of pi r squared. And if you enter in 38 times 3.14 times 10 times 10 divided by 360, you get approximately 33.1. All right, now make sure that you didn't do 73 over 360, because this is the shaded part. There's 360 in a circle, so the shaded part is 287 out of 360. Pi, radius, squared. This is one of those cases where I'm super glad we can use our calculator. 287 multiplied by 3.14 multiplied by 32 squared, and then divide by 360 is 2,563.35, so it rounds to 0.4. All right, can't tell on this one. Hopefully you could tell on the screen that this is the shaded piece. It was 90 out of 360 pi r squared. So multiply that all out, and you get 28.26 on the calculator, so that's about 28.3. And then on number 10, you can see on your screen of your computer that 210 is shaded out of 360 pi radius squared. Enter that into the calculator. I believe you got 263.76, so 263.8. All right, number 11 is looking for the length. This is arc length. It's telling you that it's 4 and you're looking for the radius. Well, let's think about how you get arc length. You get degrees out of 360 2 pi r. That will give you a length of 4. Now, with a calculator, this is not bad at all. 32 times 2 times 3.14, and then divided by 360 makes this 0.558 r. And that equals 4. So of course now it's just a simple matter of division. 4 divided by 0.558, and I did get about 7.2 for the radius. Now, using that, I can figure out the area of the sector. It would be 32 out of 360 pi radius squared. And that enters into the calculator for an answer of 14.5. All right, you got a pizza that you're cutting into 12 pieces. There's 4, 8. Oh, they're not equal pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. But you get it, idea. 360 divided by the 12 pieces makes each piece a 30-degree sector. So for the area, it's 30 out of 360 pi radius squared. And that enters into 12 point, notice it says hundredth, 82. All right, have a great weekend. We'll hit 10-2 next week.